Back again to, or welcome to another reading from the Science of Mind Daily Guides. We've been reading this for, well, ever since the pandemic began. Like most places around the country, around the world, probably, when the pandemic hit and people were kind of confined to base, of course, almost everything went online, and we were no exception. All our services went online, our classes all went online, and we decided to keep in touch with our members by doing a couple of things, by reading in the morning, reading in the evening, just having our classes online, our book studies, and so on and so forth. So most of our business transferred to online, and it still is. I would say 80% of what we do is actually online. And the net result is that from being just a kind of a local group here, we've expanded to all over the country and different parts of the world even. So it's a different world, and our audience is different. Our geographical members are completely different. So, but I think it's been good. The first quote is a good one. It's a Japanese proverb. I'd never heard this one before, but it's a good one. It says, "One kind word can warm 3 months of winter." One kind word can warm 3 months of winter. So how about that? I think it's pretty good. And here is, once again, our reading for today. Our lives are our art. Our lives are our lives are our art. And this is what Rev Christie Hardwick's got to say. First quote is, of course, Audre Lorde, as it will be all month. "Art is not living, it is the use of living." The artist has to take the ability, the artist has the ability to take the living and use it in a certain way to produce art. And she says, for women then, poetry is not a luxury, it's a vital necessity of our existence. And once again, the two quotes from Ernest Holmes. "All the power in the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true." Why? Because it is true. As a reminder, that's from the Science of Mind textbook on page 302. As the universe is run by an infinite mind, so our life is controlled by our thinking. Ignorance of this keeps us in bondage. Knowledge will free us. And that is on page 59 of that same book. And here's Audre Lorde again. Audre Lorde spent much of her life sharing and expanding the ideas on feminism. She invited women to take up the space that was theirs in full partnership with the men of the world. Absolutely. She knew women needed to express through the arts and poetry to keep their sanity and contribute to the dialogue about fairness and equity in ways that could be heard. In our words, we can show up, tell our stories, and share our deepest desires, feelings, and beliefs. Talk about women here, but also it applies to men. In what way are you an artist? Now she says, do you identify as a man, as a woman, or as someone who doesn't fit the binary, male or female, that is? For each of us, our lives are our art. Every decision we make is like a stroke of the brush. Every decision we make can also leave blank. Every decision we make can also leave blank space to let the vision emerge. The power within you has something unique for you to share. Take your living and use it in your particular way. Well, this evening, one of my grandsons is coming around with his fiance, and the two of them are going to pick out a wedding script and then tell me what they want as regards a ceremony that involves sand. I'm not quite sure of this, so we may have to look at that together. What time they'll come, I don't know, because Nikki she has a different concept of time than the rest of us. So who knows when they'll show up, but they are coming and they are going to eat here. So that should be good. And they will be expressing their living together starting in April, which will be a different way of expressing than they do now. They'll present themselves to the world as a man and a wife. So our job is to support them and help them to live the best life they can in that regard. So that's my bit about our family. The affirmation: I am free to create the art of my life. I am free to create the art of my life. One thing I like about Rev Christie's readings or writings this month, they're pretty short, and I'm an engineer, and I believe in Occam's razor, which you may have heard of before, which is the simplest solutions usually the best. So to me, the shortest solutions usually the best. Does not apply when I go shopping with my wife. It does not apply when I go shopping with my workout buddy, because the two of them have got completely different concepts than I do about time. So, but we get by and we manage to, well, sort it out somehow. So my prayer for each and every one who listens to this recording today is that you discover the art of your life, and that one of those is love. And with that, I release my word into a universal law that always says yes. And so it is. And I'm so grateful. Namaste. Oh, Reverend Oyster tomorrow morning, 9:15. And I'll be back hopefully 5 o'clock tomorrow. So until next time, namaste.